The second one is HML, short for high minus low. It is returns to highest 30% book to market or the value. Stocks versus lowest 30% book to market or growth stocks. The reason you do it, minus, if everything went up by similar percent, both SMB and HML would have zero mean, right? I mean, they don't, but. And we already have MRP, market risk premium, which is return on the market portfolio over and above the, what you want to call, risk-free rate. On the CamFrench stuff, those are the three factors. We have already downloaded them in these files. So let's look at the size quintiles. Let's unhide these. Apparently I haven't unhidden them. Okay. As you can see, I have SMB, HML, risk-free rate, and that's the market, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to actually, for other purposes, change the location of this. And that's going to become clear very shortly. So the so-called Fama-French three-factor model of asset pricing is return on the portfolio minus, let's call this RPT minus RFT. Some error term, and I'm gonna make these Greek. I try to make them Greek. A lot of people don't realize that gamma is not, oh, I'm sorry, it should be G. Gamma is the third letter of Greek alphabet. And delta. The coefficients alpha, beta, and gamma, or beta, gamma, and delta are called factor loadings. Let me also make them. If those coefficients are 0, then the corresponding variable has no effect on the asset return. Not coeffects, coefficients. So given this model, we should expect small firms have a positive gamma and value firms have a positive delta. Let's think about it. If you're a small firm, you are on average, even after accounting for beta, on average should be making a higher return compared to large firms, right? Since on average SMB is positive, for you to add extra return because of size, your coefficient should be positive. Similarly, large firms will have a negative gamma, and growth firms will have a negative delta as well. So let's go ahead and estimate this model using returns on the size quintiles. This is done using what we call the multiple regression model. Unfortunately, writing down estimate of those coefficients with a simple Excel formula is not possible unless you have VBA functions that does it for you, because that's all based on matrix algebra, which I'm not going to bother you with. It's not that it's complicated, it's unnecessary, but we have an add-in in Excel that's going to allow us to do it. To use that add-in, under Data tab, you should have a thing called Data Analysis, okay? If you already have it, you're good. If you don't, go to File. Again, if you're using these computers, you're not going to. On your own computer, you're going to do this only once. Data, Options, Add-ins, Excel add-ins go. Make sure that Analysis Toolpak and Analysis Toolpak VBA are both checked, because if I uncheck them, I no longer have that, right? Now I have it. Now, here's what we're going to do. I am going to hide these again. Normally, you wouldn't want to do this with 97 years of data for two reasons. A, those coefficients can vary over time, but here we're doing it for illustrative purposes. At least using 97 years of data, let's see if this three-factor model explains things. If you look at here, our dependent variable is extra reward or risk premium on that portfolio. In this case, risk premium on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, for size, RP1 is the excess returns or risk premium for small stocks, RP5, large stocks. Under Data tab, pick Data Analysis. And there are a lot of things you can do here, but one of them is called a regression. Click on that. This little add-in is kind of peculiar. Again, it hasn't changed over the last 20 years at least. It has certain requirements. You cannot have any missing values in the data. All numbers have to be, all entries have to be valid numbers. Where is your y? Y is your dependent variable. So I'm going to pick all of them. And your x's, in this case, I have 3 of them, right? Market risk premium, SMB, HML. Actually, I'm going to do this starting from 8, including that tagline. So I'm going to pick 1, 2, 3. Okay. If you click on labels, that means it's going to use the first line to tag each variable in the output. One issue with this thing, the data you have has to be in contiguous columns. So you can't have your 3 variables in G and H, then jump to J, okay? You can select it that way, but this thing doesn't allow you to do it. Don't worry about other stuff. And I'm going to put the output in a new worksheet. Let's call this Small Pharma French 3. And hit OK. Okay. You're going to get an output like this. Let me make this a bit big. And these numbers don't have to have that kind of precision. That's good enough. All right. Now,